Hello everyone, Bobby Black from WrestlingRevolution.com here to bring you your WrestleMania 28 review. Well, I don't know if I'm going to review it like match by match, but I am going to tell you how I felt about this year's WrestleMania. Keep in mind this is not, in regards, also I do not use my bias of Cena, wanting Cena to win based on this, which I know you guys are going to give me a hard time for a long time, but I don't care. I really don't. This year's Mania, honestly, was worse than last year's. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I don't know if it was because it was outside, but I mean, Jericho Punk just seemed like it dragged forever and ever and ever. Cody and Big Show was not that good at all. The Divas match, what the heck were they thinking on that one? I mean, it was terrible. This was all just terrible. I'll get to Cena in a little bit. Other matches like Triple H versus The Undertaker, that match was that was another cluster fart. It was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I mean, yeah, Undertaker won, but it was it was one of the worst matches ever because Shawn Michaels was getting involved, and there are other referees involved, and Triple H was trying to put Taker out of his misery. By the end of it, Undertaker was putting Triple H out of his misery. It was a huge cluster fart. It was a very piss poor Hell in a Cell match. So, I don't know. Kane and Randy Orton was boring. Oh, the opening contest. Daniel Bryan and Sheamus. Are you freaking kidding me? You have one of the two good matches of the night, and you have Daniel Bryan job out and lose the world title in 18 seconds? That is terrible for your world title. I mean, they did it to the IC title a couple years ago, and now you're just going to do it to the world heavyweight title this year? That is one of the stupidest things ever. The only thing that I liked was that Team Johnny won. Most of my predictions panned out. Kane won his match, which was good. Kind of surprising, actually. And the whole night was a cluster fart. The WWE title match just dragged on and on. It just seemed like, I think it was because they were outdoors, maybe the humidity was getting to them. We were talking about my group of people who were in the party that I hosted at my house was like, maybe it was the humidity. All I know is that the block was there, and that's probably why it sucked, was because the block was there. So I think that's all the matches. Such a cluster fart. So the main event, John Cena versus The Rock, as everyone knows probably by now, The Rock won. How he won was John Cena was going to go for a people's elbow in an arrogant heelish type way, which I'm not saying he turned heel, and The Rock hit a rock bottom on Cena, a botched rock bottom, might I add, and pinned John Cena for the 3. Do I particularly, was I all sad? Not really. I mean, I knew I was going to get flack from everybody else, but, I really don't care. I still prefer anyone but The Rock to pin John Cena. It doesn't matter to me, really. I'm glad I can go back to hating Cena. So, I don't know. This whole night, the whole night was just a cluster fart. The Rock was so out of ring shape, it's not even funny. And I get it, he's been gone, but he was out of ring shape. Everyone's expecting this great match, and we got a little bit here and there, and he looked unconscious half the time. So, I'll give him credit. He took more bumps than he took at Survivor Series, but was it a particularly good match? Heck no. Heck, I think Rock versus Hogan and Hogan versus McMahon was better, which is very sad to say with Hogan versus McMahon. That was another cluster fart match. So anyway, I'm just giving a brief recap. Sheamus won the world title. Kane won his match. Big Show won the Intercontinental title. The K2 and K squared and M squared won their Divas match. CM Punk made Chris Jericho tap out. Team Johnny, The Miz, pinned Zack Ryder. And The Rock won. There might have been another match or two in there, but I just really don't care. If I were to rank this, I would give this a 1 out of 5. This was really bad. And last year, at least last year, we had 2 good matches in Edge versus Alberto Del Rio and Cody Rhodes versus Rey Mysterio. And, this year's main event of or I'm sorry, last year's main event of Cena versus Miz made Rock versus Cena look like at least a 4 or 5 star match compared to. I'm not saying they were good, but so anyway, I'm Bobby Black. Thanks for tuning in. Check out my SmackDown reviews. Check out some of my other stuff. We also have worst matches in history's commentary. Check those out. We got more coming out soon. And subscribe if you like this and you want to see more of my crap. Okay, thanks.